Hello everyone, welcome to another video, and today I want to talk about something that I've been seeing on the internet for the last several weeks, and that's WWE fans, certain WWE fans, doing comparisons to the late Eddie Guerrero and the late Chris Benoit, making comparisons to Dominic Mysterio and JD McDonough. First of all, the people who post these things, they have no respect for wrestlers such as Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit, and it's a shame they have to resort to these tactics of making fun of two legendary performers such as Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero. And don't get me wrong, nothing against JD McDonough and nothing against Dominic Mysterio. They're both very talented wrestlers in their own right. But when you start posting all these things where you make fun of the deceased, such as Eddie and such as Chris, it's like a slap in the face to both men's careers. And I've also seen comparisons with Andre the Giant holding up two little midgets in both arms like this. And they're also making comparisons to those midgets to Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero. That one got me more upset more than anything. And you should see the comments. It's just flooded with just heartbreaking laughing emojis and people just being fucking assholes and just laughing at two guys that are no longer here, laughing at two guys that gave their hearts, gave their souls, left everything in that ring for all our fans who watched them and appreciated them growing up in our early adult life. It just makes me so sad that people have no appreciation for life and people have no appreciation for the work that guys like Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit put in to give us their all and make their matches as entertaining and as great as possible with their tremendous athleticism and talent that they possess. It's just heartbreaking, you know? So all I want to say to those people who are posting those things, you can go fuck yourselves, and do not laugh at the deceased and do not make fun of them. Those guys are no longer here. They weren't able to enjoy the later stages of their life, which would be today. If they were here today, they would have been in their 50s, their mid to later 50s, to enjoy life and appreciate the work that they have put in, and they would be so praised here on this earth for everything that they have done, and their work will and still is definitely appreciated by all the fans who knew that they were two of the greatest wrestlers ever in the world. So it just breaks my heart. It just hurts to see people talk about Eddie, talk about Chris in that regard, and it just makes me upset. You know, maybe they should go and check their own morals, reevaluate their character, so to speak. Yeah, but anyway, I just wanted to make this short video talking about that. It's just a slap in the face to Eddie Guerrero and to Chris Benoit. They deserve better, and they should not be treated like this. And I'll always remember Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero. First off, with Chris Benoit, aside from everything that happened with the murders and stuff like that, I mean, what he did was not right, and the man was not in his right frame of mind when he did it, and I'm not trying to make excuses for him, but it is what it is. You know, when they examined Benoit's brain, he had the brain of an 80-year-old Alzheimer patient. So which means he had extensive brain damage done to him. And it's just a tragedy, and it's just so sad what happened. But I like to remember Chris Benoit as the wrestler, as the performer, as the entertainer who gave us his all and everything when he stepped into that ring. I like to think of Chris Benoit, the performer. And, you know, God rest their soul. His son Daniel and his wife Nancy, God rest their souls. I hope they're all in a better place and they found peace with one another and with, you know, the man upstairs. So that's our only saving grace, hoping they all found peace. And Eddie Guerrero, what's not to say about Eddie Guerrero that hasn't already been said? Eddie was one of the greatest of all time, one of the best out there, and worked at his craft at a young age, went in there, gave us his all every time he stepped into that ring. And Eddie Guerrero will always be remembered as one of the greatest of all time in my book. And paved the way for so many guys today. You see wrestling with the similar style that Eddie Guerrero had. Guys like Seth Rollins, guys like Daniel Bryan, guys like, who else you got there? You got Dolph Ziggler, you know, all these people. Eddie paved the way for a lot of them. Andrade El Idolo, even Alberto Del Rio when he was an active wrestler. Eddie paved the way for all these guys. And now Chris, on the other hand, he paved the way for so many others as well. Guys with a forceful impact when they wrestle. I'm talking about guys like Gunther, guys like Sheamus, guys like, remember when Cesaro, when he was in WWE, Cesaro, guys like, there's so many more guys, you know, the list just goes on and on and on. But anyhow, wrapping up this video, Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit, they deserve more respect, and they should be treated better by the internet wrestling community. Certain individuals, I'm not talking about everybody, just certain individuals with all these negative comments. So have a little respect for two of the greatest in-ring performers of all time. And other than that, if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all.